Ma'am, I was hoping to go to Germany, but don't know yet
Why you don't know?
because the all the process and everything for applying in the colleges is still about to happen.
Naturally, you have just started. IELTS is the
Yes,
first step.
yes,
IELTS, appearing for IELTS is the first step,
yes, ma'am.
isn't
I
it?
do
That
know.
is the first hurdle which you have to cross.
Yes,
Okay, of course, there are many stages, but IELTS is the first stage which you have to cross. After that comes next, after that comes next, which means the process will go on maybe for 1 or 2 years. But
yes.
first hurdle is IELTS. Acha. Now, how much do you know about IELTS? You want to go there for studies or for job? It's going to
Uh,
vary.
I'm going to pursue my masters.
Okay, so you have completed your graduation year.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, from where? Which subject?
I've done BCom honors from Goenka College of Commerce.
From Goenka College. Okay. Okay, so at present you are only preparing for IELTS.
I'm preparing for IELTS as well as I'm learning German language.
Naturally. Okay. So how much idea have you got about IELTS?
To be honest, I don't have that much idea, but I just know that there are 4 different areas in which they test the particular student. So reading, writing, speaking, and hearing, I think. Yeah. So I'm not
Listening.
really
We call it
confident.
listening.
Yeah, so I'm not really confident about particularly about the speaking part because I tend to get very nervous when I'm giving my exams, be it any exams. I'm very nervous, so that's why I tend to fumble a lot when I speak. So that is the main problem.
Okay. Let me tell you, Devasmita,
Yes, ma'am.
uh, IELTS is the exam which anybody from any third world country intends to go into an English speaking country has to clear his IELTS. There are 2 exams, 2 language exams, 2 main language exams. There are others, PTA and all, but very few people appear that. And PTA is only for going to Australia. But IELTS is an exam. There is TOEFL also only for America or in some places of Canada. But now TOEFL people don't appear for TOEFL also because most IELTS has become very popular and people appear for IELTS. Well, because IELTS is an exam which is acceptable all over the world. In any country you want to go, IELTS, any English speaking country I mean, then IELTS is acceptable. Now, at first you must know the whole structure of IELTS. Otherwise you will never be able to cope with it. Okay? So first I must explain the whole structure of IELTS. 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 International English Language Testing System. IELTS stands for International English Language Testing System. This is an examination conducted only by Cambridge University. Okay. Now in India now these days, all these days for the last say 2 or 3 months back, there were 2 people who were controlling the exam, conducting the exam. That is British Council and IDP. Since last month, British Council is sold off to IDP. So now
they're the sole control. They're the sole people who are conducting.
IDP. You have to prepare, appear, and give the exam only through IDP. They are the sole in charge of conducting the exam in India now. Okay, British Council is there in other parts of the world. From India, it's gone now. Acha, now, I will tell you the whole structure of IELTS first. That is very essential for you to understand that. Now, uh, IELTS exam, you can appear it by pen and paper or computerized.
Ma'am, I have opted for pen and paper.
No, listen. But there is no computer-based exam in Kolkata.
Okay.
Computer-based exam is there in Mumbai, Chennai, Bangalore, in Delhi, many places, but not in Kolkata. In Kolkata, they don't have computer-based exam. If you want to appear only from Kolkata, then you have to appear only for pen and paper.
Okay.
First of all, and secondly, whenever my students ask me whether should I appear for computer-based or in my paper, my reply to them, this is only for your knowledge, my reply to them is that if you are very confident of your typing speed, okay, then you go for computer-based. Otherwise, don't go for it.
Yes.
Go for pen and paper, something which you are very familiar with since beginning.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Pen and paper all throughout your life you have given.
Yes.
So you are familiar with. Whereas computer-based exam, until unless your typing is very fast, speed, don't go for computer-based. In any case, Kolkata doesn't have computer-based, but there are people, I have got students who appeared, who are based in Kolkata, but they wanted to appear for computer-based, so they went to Bangalore or Mumbai and they appeared for computer-based. That is okay, fine. Now, the result of the, first of all, before going to the framework, let me tell you, the result of the IELTS will be available in the website on the 13th day.
Okay.
And you will get the hard copy by courier on the 15th day.
Okay.
Okay. Now, on the 13th day, you can check from the website.
Okay, ma'am.
Now, this is the first thing. Second, do you have a passport?
Yes, ma'am. I've already registered for the exam.
Oh, you have registered?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, which day?
Ma'am, I have opted for 16th of September.
16th September. Okay, fine. So we have got 5 weeks in hand. Okay, fine. So these 5 weeks, Devasmita, you have to work really very hard. Because remember, this is an exam conducted by the best university in English language, I mean,
Yes,
of the world, by Cambridge University. They are the best so far as English language is concerned. They are the best. First of all. Secondly, you have been educated in India. And the system of education, our system of education in India is not at all like IELTS. So you will be appearing, you will be experiencing a totally new system of examination. There is no preparation as such. What is there? Practice.
Practice.
Only practice is there. There is no preparation. Okay, so remember that. As the training is going on, will be going on for you, you have to continuously practice. I will give you a whole lot of homework every day, and I want the homework on time.
Yes, ma'am.
I want the homework on time because I need to go through it. I have got whole lot of classes. I start my classes at 7 o'clock in the morning. It goes on till 9:30. So in between, I take out time to go through it, to go all through it, through your this thing, homework, so that in class I can give you the feedback. But if you don't do the homework on time, and if you give me three reports together, then my feedback will not be up to the mark.
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
So
Yes,
it should be one at a time. So the way I will give you, you must submit accordingly. Maybe you will have only one day, but we can't help it. You have to do it.
no problem, ma'am. I will.
Okay. Now that is something very essential. Remember, Devasmita, you have to work very hard for 5 weeks. After that, your future will be moving towards a brighter one.
Ma'am, I just want to ask one thing. Ma'am, is this 5 week of time enough for me to prepare?
Of course, it is enough. They come to me for a month, for 5 weeks, for 1.5 months. But this 1.5 months and this 1 month, you have to work extremely hard, and you do it. You are there.
Okay, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, because see these many you are, at least you are lucky, you are fortunate enough that you are studying, you are still studying. But there are people who are working. Just the other day, just last week he completed his course. Okay, he is working. He's a very busy man. Okay, but he wants to appear soon. He wants to go to Canada. Okay, so he worked very hard. It is very, very difficult. Managing the married man, managing the work, family, and studies, very difficult to balance.
Very true, ma'am.
But then, yes, but if you want to progress in life, you have to work hard.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with you
Okay.
completely.
Yeah, okay. So these 5 weeks, you have to work very hard.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So any question here? Now I'm going to give you the exact format of the exam.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Okay? Any question you have, think over, then ask me.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
I'm opening my file.
Ma'am, I just want to ask. I'm not really. I don't know how to use Google Meet that much. So, ma'am, if you could just guide me to wherever you are
I will
showing.
tell you. I will tell you. Don't worry. Google Meet is very easy. There is no problem. And everybody is doing that. Acha, I have given you the link for 2 books. Those 2 books you need to order, and you need to buy it as soon as possible. You will need those 2 books.
Yes, ma'am. The one which Shobana ma'am had conveyed me.
Yes, I've given you links for 2 books.
Yes, ma'am. I have got it. I will order it.
Please order it, because sometimes Amazon delivers it and within a day. Sometimes they take time, and this is a very rush time. Okay, means
Yes.
whole lot of people are appearing for this exam. So let's see when you get it. So order for it as soon as possible.
Okay, ma'am.
Acha, now I'm sharing the screen with you. You just look at the screen. Okay, can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now, IELTS has got 4 sections. Now, how? Listening, reading, writing, and speaking. The way I am telling you, your exam will also happen in this order.
Order. Okay, ma'am.
In this order, listening, we call it LRWS. So your exam will be in LRWS, in this order. Out of this, listen to me very, very carefully. You can take a screenshot also if you want. Now, or if you can't take a screenshot, if you want, I can click it and send this to you in the group.
Ma'am, is it very lengthy? I can just copy it in my notebook.
No, copying will take a much longer time. Easier to take the screenshot.
Okay, ma'am.
You can't take
I'll
a
just take
screenshot.
a picture and keep it with me.
Yes, and keep it with you. Acha, listen. First, you listen carefully.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Out of these, listening, reading, and writing, these three parts, these are your main exams. Listening, reading, and writing, this is your main exam. The date which you got from IDP, that is 16 September, that is for this exam. Listening, reading, and writing. That is not for speaking.
Okay.
Speaking exam will happen on a different date, which they will notify you in advance. Maybe a few days before the main exam or a few days after the main exam, not on the day of the exam.
Okay, ma'am.
Am I clear? Even I have seen that to somebody that exam, this speaking exam happened 7 days before the main exam.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, it was written in their this thing, their all of their provisions and all their everything, all the details of the exams. It was given in the mail that they can take the speaking exam 7 days before or after the main
Yes,
exam.
yes, exactly. Exactly. Now let me tell you. Listening, first exam on the day of the exam, do not forget to carry your passport. Without your passport, you will not be allowed to appear for the exam.
Okay.
Now, for your first exam will be listening. Now, in listening, there are 40 questions. As you can see, there are 40 questions. You have to answer 40 questions. Now, this is tough. You know why? Because never in your life you have appeared for a listening exam. You don't
Yes.
know what is a listening exam. That is why it is tough. But you practice, you get familiar with it, it is not at all difficult. Now, these 40 questions, for these 40 questions, you listen to me carefully, very carefully. For these 40 questions, you will get 30 minutes. The audio will be played, you will be given a headphone, and the audio will be played. Audio will be played only once. You have to be extremely attentive. As you listen, you have to keep the question paper will be in front of you. You have to keep on writing the answers.
Okay.
Whatever you listen, you will write. Audio will be played only once, remember. Okay. Now, so this way you have to complete 40 questions in 30 minutes.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what is this plus 10 minutes? Now, there will be an answer script given with your listening paper, question paper. You have to, when you are listening, you have to write down the answer in the question paper. But you will get extra 10 minutes once the audio stops to transfer your answers in the answer sheet.
Okay.
So in these 10 minutes, you have to transfer all the 40 answers to your answer sheet. Now, listening has to be done, listening and reading has to be done with pencil. Listening and reading has to be done with pencil. No pen is allowed. For writing, you can use pen or pencil, whichever you want. Blue or black pen or pencil, whichever is convenient. But for listening and reading, pencil is compulsory.
Okay.
Okay. Now, after this comes read, and for listening, otherwise, reading and writing, I will send you the links. And for listening also, speaking also, I will send you the link and you can practice from there. But listening will be difficult because sometimes, when you download the audio, sometimes it gets stuck. Sometimes it doesn't work. Okay, so once you have the book, they will give you the they will give you the link to download the version
Yes,
audio.
ma'am.
So that is why I always insist that buy the book. Okay, so that you will know exactly how you will answer.
Okay, ma'am.
Otherwise, everything is available in Google. There's no problem. Acha, now this is about listening. 40 questions in 30 minutes plus 10 minutes to transfer the answers in your answer sheet. Any question on listening?
No, ma'am.
Clear? Clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Now let's go to reading. In reading part, there will be 3 passages. Each part will have, say, and the whole this reading is for 60 minutes, as you can see. 60
Yes, ma'am.
minutes. Just like listening, for reading also there will be 40 questions. You have to answer in 60 minutes. But unlike listening, you will not get any extra time to transfer your answers in the answer script. You have to complete transferring the answers in the answer script within this 60 minutes.
Within the time.
In 60 minutes.
Okay, ma'am.
So, altogether there will be 40 questions. Each part, there are 3 passages I told you.
Yes, ma'am.
So there will be 40 questions, say 13, 13, 14 or 14, 14, 12, something like that. Between 12 to 14 questions for each part. So you have to divide your timing. How? 15 minutes for the first passage, 15 for the second passage. Third passage is difficult, so keep 20 minutes for the third passage. So 15, 15, 20. 50 minutes, you have got 10 minutes to transfer your answers in the answer script.
Okay, ma'am.
Time is the key factor for IELTS, Debusmita.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so I will tell you that when you will do the homework, you have to time it out. Every time when you do the homework on top, you write the time when you started and when you finished. So that I will know that whether you have been able to finish it on time, and you will also know whether you are being able to finish on time.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Time is the key factor. They will not give you even 1 second extra. Now, next part is writing. Writing, for you it is academic module. The other module is general module. That is for people who are going for job.
Okay.
So that is a bit easier than the academic module. Academic module is a little more difficult than the general module. Now, in writing, there are 2 parts, part 1 and part 2, as you can see here.
Yes,
Part
ma'am.
1 and part 2. Part 1 is a report writing. You have learned how to write reports in class 9, 10.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so this is something like report writing. Okay, you will finish it. See, total timing for writing is 60 minutes. Now, part 1 is easy because it is simply report writing. Whatever you are, you will just look at the picture and you will write. Nothing
Yes.
extra, nothing from your mind. Whereas part 2 is an essay writing.
Okay.
And IELTS has got a typical format for writing this essay. Okay, so you have to follow that format.
Okay.
Okay, so that is, and the topics are also quite difficult. So where you need time to think and plan. So they have given 40 minutes, but nobody will tell you that part 1, 20 minutes over, stop writing part 1. Nobody will tell you that.
Yes.
It is up to you. If you can finish part 1 in 15 minutes, which is possible to do, then you will get 45 minutes for writing part 2.
Part 2. Right, right.
Which will be very, very beneficial, very, very useful for you.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
need more time to for part 2, and part 2 carries more marks than part 1.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Okay, now there is a word limit for writing part 1 and part 2. For part 1, it is 150 words minimum. means you have to write around 200 words, 170, 180, something like that. And for part 2, it is 250 words, means minimum. So you have to write at least 270, 280, 290 words, near 300 words.
Okay, ma'am.
Don't write more because you won't get time to write more. Speaking is something.
Ma'am, one minute, ma'am. I'm
Yes.
interrupting you. Ma'am, part 1 is up to 200 word is the limit. 200 words.
No, 150 minimum.
150 minimum.
So you will write 170, 180 words.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Less,
Okay, ma'am.
little less than 200. Because if you try to write more, you will get confused first of all, and then you will get less time to write part 2.
Part 2. Yes, ma'am.
That is why I'm telling you, don't write more than 170, 180 words. Bas, that's it.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, and because you need to have more time for part 2. Part 2 is for minimum 250 words. Minimum 250 words. You have to write, say, around 300 words. 270, 280, enough.
Okay, ma'am.
Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, speaking, your classes will be 4 times a day, na?
4 times a week, ma'am.
1, 2, 3, 4. Now, out of these 4 days, one day we will do only speaking.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Plus Sunday you will get more time. You are having 2 hours class. So Sunday, 1.5 hour we'll do the main part. Half an hour we'll spend on speaking.
Okay, ma'am.
Because for everybody, speaking is an exam which you have never appeared, and for everybody, speaking is something new, and they need a lot of practice in speaking.
Yes, ma'am. Definitely. Yes.
Now speaking is 1-to-1, as you can see here,
Yes,
1-to-1. The whole speaking exam lasts for 11 to 14 minutes. Okay, it's 1-to-1.
Yes,
This is how. Not online, offline, but only you and examiner will be sitting in the exam room. No one else will be there. You have to carry your passport. That is the only thing you need to carry, nothing else.
Okay, ma'am.
Your speaking exam. Okay, and your whole speaking exam will be recorded. The recording will be sent to the university, Cambridge University. There at random, they will, the examiner will mark you. But recordings are sent to the university so that at random they check whether you have been marked properly or not.
Okay, ma'am.
All exam, speaking exam is recorded. Now tell me your questions. Any question you have?
Ma'am, for the reading part of the exam, ma'am, do we get a passage to read and then mark the answers or write the answers in the answer script? Or is it like an MCQ based question?
There are 14 reading. As I told you, there will be 3 passages.
Okay.
There will be 3 passages, and altogether there are 14 type of questioning.
Okay.
So you have to know exactly how to answer all these 14 types of questioning. But mostly these are, yes, the way we call it MCQ, that way, yes, you can say that. But there are true and false, fill in the blanks, matching the heading. Okay, write the heading. All the different types of 14 types of questioning.
And that is only what type of question? No,
You don't have to write any sentences.
Yes, that's what I was asking.
Yes, I know, that's what you are asking. Now look here. Academic module, as I told you, writing is report writing, and writing 2 is essay.
Essay.
Okay, general module you don't need to know. Listening and speaking is same for academic and general module.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, now take a screenshot of this part. Very, very important. I'll tell you why. I will post a screenshot of this also in your in our group also, so that you will have no problem. In case, wait, let me open it and let me post a screenshot also. So that in case you have any problem in taking the screenshot, because taking the screenshot is very important, I'll tell you why. See, I posted in group. You can take from there also. You can preserve it from there also. Now
Okay,
look
ma'am.
here. Why I told you this part is very important, because please visit today itself after the class. Visit this website. This website for all your queries regarding IELTS. This is the official website. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Acha. And this is the website. That is why I told you this is very important. This last part of this overview. This IELTS Express. From here, you can download all the test papers.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, you can download. I have downloaded all. Okay, all the test papers. And even then, the candidate needs to have at least one hard copy of these test papers to get an idea of how the real exam is.
Yes, ma'am.
Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, the hard
Otherwise,
copy of these test papers, I'll get it in the book that I will order.
no, I have given you the link from Amazon. You have to order.
No, ma'am. I'm asking about the hard copy of the test papers, which is mentioned over here in the where you have written the IELTS Express.
That is the link I have given.
Ma'am, the hard copy I will get it in that book that which I'll order.
I have given you the link.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
place the order in Amazon, you will get the book. I will show you the book. One book I am showing you.
Ma'am, in the book there will be the test papers.
Yes. These are the previous. This is IELTS 7. All the question. There are 4 tests, full tests are there.
Ma'am, I can't see the book.
You can see.
No, ma'am.
Now,
No,
now,
no, it's not
you can
visible. I
see.
think. I
Okay.
think it's
Wait,
because
I'll
of your
stop
background.
sharing. Wait. I'll stop sharing. I think then you will be able to see. Now,
No, ma'am, it's just vanishing into the background.
now,
Yes, ma'am, I can see it a little bit. Ma'am, also I have checked it in the links
no,
that.
no, wait. You have already registered for 16 September, didn't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then you will get a book also. You will get IELTS 16. You will get IELTS 16. Okay,
So
but that you
IELTS
will not get now, just now. You will get it maybe in September.
IELTS, IDP will be sending those study materials. Okay.
Those are not study materials, those are practice materials.
Okay.
No study material is given. If for IELTS, nobody gives you any study material. They give you, I told you for IELTS there is no study. There is only
Only practice.
practice.
Yes, ma'am.
No studying in IELTS, only practicing. So these are the practice material. Question papers are there.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So they will give you one, but that by the time they will give you half your training will be done, because you will get it maybe in September. Not now.
Yes. Okay.
You will get IELTS 16. That is why I told you buy IELTS 14 and 15, I told you. And they are not very costly. They are hardly 200, 300 rupees. Not very costly ones.
Ma'am, IELTS 14, 15, the edition.
Then the university numbers them.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am. But if I order it on Amazon, then will I be able to know that if it is IELTS 14 or 15?
I have given you the link. You just follow the link.
Okay,
You
okay,
don't have to
okay.
do anything. You
Okay, ma'am.
just follow the link and place the order.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay. And old ones, if I can get time with to practice with you, old ones I have got.
Okay, ma'am.
I will make you practice from there, provided I get that much time. Okay, so that won't be a problem. You will get IELTS 16 from IDP, that in September, but now you will buy IELTS 14 and 15. They are not
Okay.
very costly. IELTS 16 is almost 3,000 rupees. That they will send you.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
so clear? You have got a broad understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we will start. Once you get the book, we will be able to start listening. At present, in the beginning, we will start with reading part one.
Okay, ma'am.
Reading. Okay. Now I said reading part one. Sorry, we will start with reading. Now I have sent. Just open the group. I have sent a link in the group.
Yes, ma'am.
Now click that link.
Ma'am, I have opened the link.
Yes. Now, what is IELTS Liz? IELTS reading Liz. Second one is Liz. Second one is Liz. First one is general. Go to the second link.
Okay. Okay, I'll please. Yes, ma'am. I got it.
Yes. Acha, let me tell you before we start. You know, you will get hundreds and thousands of instructions in YouTube, in everywhere, in Google also. But many of them are not authentic, let me tell you. And you are raw. You can't make out you won't be able to make out which is authentic and which is not. Please do not get carried away with all kinds of instructions, because you will find that there are contradictory instructions. So you will only follow the official website which I have given you, IELTS.org. That one, that is the official website, and you will follow Liz. Liz means Elizabeth. Her name is Elizabeth. Okay, see her picture is given on top.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, she is an IELTS trainer and examiner in Cambridge.
Okay.
She herself, and whatever she says, that is authentic. So there are many others, IELTS Advantage, IELTS this, IELTS that, and I have seen you will get confused. Don't make yourself confused by going through all other kinds of YouTube and Google. I will tell you which you have to follow. But follow the instructions given by Liz. And you will see that instructions which I will give you will only tally with Liz, with nobody else.
Okay, ma'am.
So I will send you all the links for Liz, all. And I will show you all these books. I've got the downloaded version and the hard copy also. Okay, so we will only follow that, nothing else. Now let us talk about reading. Now you can see there are 14 types of questions. We will practice in the class all 14 types of questions. Okay, different types of questions. Now, usually people struggle with true, false, not given. True is not a problem for them. They can find out, but false and not given, they are always confused. You don't get nervous about it. We will practice and you will get it. Acha. Now, for reading, one thing is very important is skimming and scanning. Do you have any idea what is skimming and scanning?
Ma'am, I can guess. I mean, I think it might be just to get a gist of the paragraph and
Exactly.
get to
Very
know
good.
and answer the
When,
questions as quickly as
exactly,
possible.
exactly. When your mother is making, suppose say kheer,
Skimming the
what does
milk.
she do? She just skims the malai,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
shawl, okay, from the top,
Yes, ma'am.
isn't it?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
what does she do? That is skimming.
Yes, ma'am.
When you read the newspaper, what do you do? Do you read the whole newspaper at a time? No.
No.
What do you do? First you skim through it to get a general idea. You
Idea.
read
Yes,
only
ma'am.
the headlines.
Headlines.
Then you got an idea. You have skimmed already. Now you know. Okay, you don't have time. Nobody has time to read the whole newspaper. Now you found that this particular piece of news will be quite interesting. Interesting for you. No, so you will just scan through it. Go through it quickly, quick
Okay.
glance.
Yes, ma'am.
Then you know, okay, this I can read the whole thing. Then you read the whole news in detail. That is exactly the process of reading. Skimming, scanning. Then, if necessary, you can go through the whole. That is not necessary.
Okay, ma'am.
Secondly, next, academic reading is quite tough. Remember that. You will not know, I am repeating, you will not know the meaning of all the words given here. Don't, don't get nervous. You need not. You keep on reading. You need to get a general idea of the whole passage. So even if you don't get the meaning of it, just continue reading. Somewhere as you read, you will get the meaning of the passage. Or you will get an idea what is this word about.
Yes,
You may
ma'am.
not be familiar with that word, don't get nervous about it. Now, you have to develop quick reading habit. You have to read it, you have to use your common sense a lot. Lot of common sense for listening and reading you need to have. So develop a quick reading habit. Okay, that is very necessary. As I told you, don't try to understand the full passage. Developing your vocabulary. You need to have an excellent stock of words. A very good stock of words.
Which I don't have.
No, no, no. You need to have. Don't say I don't have. Keep on reading. Start reading magazines, newspapers, whatever you can lay your hand on. Start reading as much as you can. How will you write the essay otherwise?
That is what I was worried
No,
about
no,
when
no.
I heard.
Today itself, no tomorrow. Read the newspaper, read magazines. You need to be familiar with current affairs, sports, education. Okay, so you have to be familiar with it. Otherwise, you will not get the. You have to find the keywords in the passage. I will show you how. Grammar is very important. Remember, practice and practice and practice. Only practice can make you perfect, nothing else. Okay, slowly get used to difficult passage and I will tell you how to go about it. Okay, as you practice, you must come to analyze what is your bad. There are 14 types of questions. So, which type of questioning is really you are not being able to, cope with? That
Yes,
part
ma'am.
you need to practice.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now Now I'm sending you next link. Next link I'm sending you.
Okay, ma'am. Reading lessons.
Yeah.
And here is a link given in
Click that.
the
Click
calendar.
that. Practice lessons for reading skills.
Yes, ma'am.
Then go to true, false, not given. We are starting with that. True, false, not given.
True, false, not given. Number one. Practice reading.
Yes. TFNG, reading, exercise 1.
Okay.
Got
Just
it?
reading.
The
Yes,
Thames
ma'am.
Tunnel. The
Thames
Thames
Tunnel.
Tunnel.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now this is a passage. Questions are below. Okay. You
Yes,
have
ma'am.
to just read the passage and you have to answer these questions. True, you will say true when the question tallies with the passage. You will say false when the question is just the opposite of what is given in the passage.
Okay, ma'am.
And not given is the information is not given at all. Okay. Be careful of the words more, most, some, few. They are not same. More doesn't mean some. Some doesn't
Yes,
mean
ma'am.
most.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, few doesn't mean that rarely. Be careful of these words. As I come across, I will tell you more. Just read the passage.
Ma'am, should I read it out loud?
Yes, first, you
Okay.
will not, the exam you will not. Today is
Yes,
your
ma'am. Yes.
first time, that is why I am telling you read loudly.
Okay, okay. Ma'am, shall I start?
Yes.
Okay. The Thames Tunnel. The Thames Tunnel was a tunnel built under the River Thames in London. It was the first aqueous tunnel overbuilt, and many people claimed it
Ever
was the
built.
eighth ever built. Many people claimed it was the eighth wonder of the world at the time it was opened. It was opened in 1843 to pedestrians only, and people came from far and wide to see the marvel. The day it was first opened, it attracted 1,000 people to enter the tunnel and walk its length of almost 400 meters. The tunnel was used by people from all classes. The working class used it for its functional use of crossing from one side of the river to another, while for the middle classes and upper classes it was a tourist experience. In the age of sail and horse-drawn coaches, people traveled a long way to visit the tunnel, but this was not enough to make the tunnel a financial success. It had cost over 500,000 pounds to complete, which in those days was a considerable amount of money. However, even though it attracted about 2 million people each year, each person only paid a penny to use it. The aim had been for the tunnel to be used by wheeled vehicles to transport cargo so that it could bring in a profit. But this failed, and the tunnel eventually became nothing more than a tourist attraction selling souvenirs. In 1865, the tunnel became part of the London Underground
London.
Railway system, which continues to be its use today.
Okay. So you have learned about the Thames Tunnel. Now,
Yes.
read question number 1 to 8. Are the following statements?
The following statements true, false, or not given according to the information in the passage. True stands for the statement matches the information in the passage. False stands for the statement contradicts the information in the passage. Not given stands for the information is not found in the passage.
Now I will not tell you anything. You write true, false, or not given. Do it fast. I am giving you 8 questions. I am giving you 8 minutes.
Okay.
You write down in your notebook. You
Yes,
just
ma'am.
write number 1 true, number 2 false. That
Okay,
way.
ma'am.
Do it.
ma'am, I have finished. Uh, should I check it once more?
Yes, check it. You have finished it early, so check it.
Okay. Yes, ma'am, I think I'm done.
Okay, now click. Just go below. Just little bit you go down. See, it is written there answers.
Answers. Yes, ma'am.
Click that.
Ma'am, shall I read it?
No. You don't have to read. Have you got the answers?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now see, first one. What have you written?
Ma'am, I've written true.
So it's absolutely correct.
Yes, ma'am.
Morning shows the day. So you will get all right. Don't worry. First day, first attempt. Okay. Number 2.
Number 2 is false, and I've also written false.
Lovely, excellent.
Thank you, ma'am.
Number 3.
Ma'am, number 3. For number 3, I have written false, but here it's given true.
Now read the explanation so that you understand why you have written false and why is it true. Just read the explanation.
Ma'am, number 1 is given drew people from far and wide. The word draw is in the context means to attract. From all over is an expression which does not mean from every individual country in the world. It is a vague expression from many places. Okay.
Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Go to number 4.
Number 4, I've written false, but here it is given,
Yes.
not given.
Yes, you know why? Because here it has in the passage nowhere it is given that how much each class uses the channels.
Yes, ma'am.
That is the question, and that is not given in.
Hello. Hello. Yes, ma'am.
Continue. Okay, now go to the next question. So clear, not given. As I told you, more, most, some, few, you have to be very careful. So here it is given for the working class, but it is given for the elite class, but nowhere it is said how much of the tunnel is used by this class. How much? That is not given.
Tunnel was used
So
more.
these are the things you have to be very careful about.
They never said that these people use more and these people use less.
Never, never.
Yes.
Now go to the next question. 5.
Number five. Number five is given true. I have also written true.
Number 6.
Number six, I have also written false. Here it is also given false.
7.
Number seven, I've written not given. Here it is also not given. And number 8, I've written false.
Achha. So in 1865, the tunnel became part of the London Underground system, which continues to be in use today.
Yes, ma'am, but the question is the tunnel is no longer used as a pedestrian walkway to cross the river.
So it is till now it is being used. Became part of the land which continues to be in use. Where it is given, it is no longer used. Here it is it continues to be used today.
Ma'am, so if it is continued to be used today, then ma'am, here it is given no longer it is used, then ma'am, the answer should be false, right? That it's a false sentence that it's no longer used today. It's true that
Let me go to the question. The tunnel is no longer used as a pedestrian or walkway to cross the river. And what is given in the passage? In 1865, the tunnel became part of the London Underground railway system, which continues to be used today. And the tunnel here is no longer used as a pedestrian subway.
Okay, not a pedestrian walkway, but it's used as a railway system, underground railway system. Okay, for that reason, this is.
Okay, but you got out of 8, you got 6 correct.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ma'am, I got 5 correct.
Wrong. You got 2 wrong.
I got 3 wrong.
3.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, last one is wrong. Achha. So good. First day, first attempt.
Thank you, ma'am.
Achha. See, the next one is pyramid building. This one is for homework. Okay, the link is there in the group. You will just open it and you will just do it. Same way you will do it. TFNG this is. And questions are there. After doing it, you will check the answers and you will next just scroll down. You will get Beethoven also.
Yes, ma'am.
Got it? Beethoven?
Yes, ma'am.
And there is one more, spam messaging. This is the last one.
Yes, ma'am.
So all these 3 are for your homework. You will not see before completing. You will not see before completing the work.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So, ma'am, when I'm doing the homework, do I have to just give the numbers, passage number and the question numbers and write only true or false and like that? Or do I have to copy
You will just write it. Listen, you will write just the way you did it now. Do it. Then click the answer. Go through the answer. Check whether why you have got it wrong or why you have got it correct. Whatever it is, go through the explanation. Whichever you find confusing, you put a mark in it and ask me next day.
Okay, ma'am.
But these 3 passages will be for your homework.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. And one more thing I will tell you.